Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I've got something a little bit different for you here at Matilda Road. We're going to be doing a taste test for you. The generic brands versus the name brands, and to see if we can tell the difference. I do have one of my children who have volunteered to be the guinea pig or the taste tester. And these are the things that we're going to be trying. A couple of things I already had, and I was going into Coles to get my daughter's lactose-free milk, and that's where I got the idea from, to try the Coles brand and the Zimmel, and then a few other things as well I picked up. So quite a few of these are Coles brand, some are not, some are Woolworths. And I've tried to get things that are very, very similar in flavour and how they're cooked. For example, the nut bars both have the milk chocolate base. Both of these are pineapple pieces. The syrups are identical, I think, so we'll find out. Pringles are both the original flavour. The iced tea are both lemon. The crackers I'm expecting to be very similar. And then the milk. Okay, so which of these are your favourites? Are any of these that you won't purchase? Oh, I didn't mention the cheese singles. Sorry, let's skip back to that. The craft singles we already had open, and then there's a couple left, and I've purchased these Coles ones especially, although I think the kids have been into them already, but that won't matter for the taste test. Okay, so any of these, comment below if there's some of these that you're a favourite, maybe the brand name, and you won't go down to the store brand name. Any of these that you really hate. So this is going to be interesting. Come with us while we taste test and give our verdict. This is what I've done so far and how I have unpackaged them and displayed them. On the bottom of each cup, I've got an A and a B. Everything's labelled A and B. I haven't gone with any pattern or name brand isn't A and the store-bought brand isn't B. This is what I've done, and I've written down what they are. My taste tester has not seen, okay, the list or what I've been doing. They're in their room, and I don't know that they'd be familiar with any of these enough to know by the appearance. I'm a little bit surprised, and actually, you know what I was sort of surprised at by doing these side by side was the packaging. The pineapple is really identical. I'm not even sure that this isn't like the same pineapple. We'll have to wait and see. I was going to check the can and see whether it gave me any clues or not. This one I'm surprised at that there is definitely a difference in colouring, which I was not expecting from the golden syrups. The Pringles, I think that if you knew and had enough Pringles, you would know by the appearance of this one, but my child certainly doesn't. I'm not sure that they probably have had Pringles a couple of times, but they would not be familiar enough with them to know which is which. This one again, I think if you had them enough, you would know, but these are usually for my lunch. And again, the packaging and how they felt. A was difficult to get out of the packaging and has kind of broken up, whereas B didn't, and it looks glossier and kind of nicer, doesn't it? The iced tea, very, very similar. Again here, I think if you had Ritz quite a lot, you would know which is which perhaps. And again, the packaging here, because the Ritz came in that the rolls, 3 rolls that you know, they don't all go off at the one time. You didn't have to open the whole packet. So that was really nice. And I just found the actual box easier to get open as well. And this is the milk, the Coles Lactose-Free Milk and the Zimmel milk. And again, I just found the packaging on the Zimmel was easier to get into than the store-bought, the Coles brand. I don't know if any of that means anything, whether it was just me on the day or not. But that's been my experience with setting them out and opening them. Let's get to the fun part and see if there really is any difference.
I'm going to tell you.
Okay, so the first one that we're going to do is the lactose-free milk. Okay, let's see. All right, so that's A sample. Now B. Do you need to take a second sip? All right, going in for a second one, not quite sure. B sample and A. I'll just show at home. Okay.
I think this one is the name brand and this one is the off brand.
Yes, exactly. Exactly right. Why? How did you sort of pick up on that one? Why did you think that this is the Zimmel? Did you just know?
I think it tasted more fresh. I don't really. It just tasted better.
Did it? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, there is a little bit of a price difference. I think a little bit over $1, about $1.20. But if we can taste the difference, then yeah, okay, it might be considering. I'm a little bit surprised by that. They look very similar in texture, and when I poured them, oh, maybe B is kind of a darker colouring. Okay, on to the crackers. And just while she's taste testing, I will show the viewers. Okay. Okay, so A sample first. I can hear the crunch. Hopefully you can at home as well. They're a little bit different in size. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I guess one is a little bit smaller than the other. Now this is probably a hard one as far as pricing goes because the Ritz were on sale this week. Okay, we're going to wash it down with a little bit of the milk. Do you have a clear verdict?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. She's sure on this one. Yep.
I think this one is the Ritz and this one is the home brand because this one is a lot more like soft and lighter and fluffier, but this one's a lot like harder and crunchy.
A lot harder. Okay, I think that's a fair comment. Yep, I do. I can see how that probably is just by looking at them, and I certainly know by taste that the Ritz are kind of a fluffier biscuit. All right. The Pringles and the knockoff Pringles. Do you notice anything by looking at them? Can you tell?
B's are a fair bit bigger than the A.
Okay, B is bigger, yeah, okay. But just you don't actually know which is the Pringles and which is the home brand by looking at them?
Not really, no.
Okay. So perhaps we think that the Pringles are the B because they're bigger, cost more. And these are about double the price, I'm fairly sure. The Pringles were $4 and the store bought were $1.95. They are slightly different colour as well, I will say that. One's sort of like a greeny potato colour, which I'm not being disparaging. I don't know that that's anything.
I think this one is the name brand and this one is the home brand.
Oh, okay. And I forgot to show at home in that big waiting. I could have been showing. So I'll go back here where she can't see. Pringles.
Why
did you think that?
Because these ones have a lot more flavour than these ones.
Oh, okay. So, but she is. So, which one did you think was the Pringle? Pringle, yet was B. Yeah, I think.
No, this one. Because this one has more flavour, and I thought they would put more salt and stuff.
Okay, yeah. So that is right. Pringles is the A, and the store bought or the store brand, even though it's bigger, is the B. So why did you think that? Why was it so clear to you?
Because A had a lot more flavour than B did.
Okay, and what about crunch or crispiness?
These ones I thought were a bit softer than those ones, and they had a different colour.
Okay. Do you think A is a nicer colour though?
Yeah, I think A is a nicer colour than B.
Okay. All right. Okay, so there are all the reasons, and so far been 100%. So this is not really as earth-shattering as I had hoped that it might be. Okay, let's move on. What one do you want to do now? Taste tester, the nut bar, or the syrup?
I'll try the nut bar.
Okay. Now I broke that, so that's kind of not its fault, or don't, add that into whether it's an expensive one or not. I'm not sure on the price of these. One is the Coles nut bar, and the other one is the, I'm going to say, is it Nice and Natural, the brand. So at home you might know the difference, and I would always get the name brand when it is on sale anyway, so I wouldn't be 100% on the cost of these. So A or B, which one? Is it worth the extra money? Both with the milk chocolate. Both have a lot of nuts. I don't think there's a lot of fillers. Some other like sunflower seeds or something in A. So while we're taste testing, I will show the video watches. So the nut bar right up the top there. Okay. Okay, what's our verdict? What did we think? A or B? Which is the...
I think A would be the name brand because it's got like sesame seeds and other seeds in it. And I feel like they would add more into the name brand one. And then I think B is the
Coles brand?
Yeah, Coles brand because it's got like, I don't know, like more sweetener, like, and the honey's darker.
Yeah, I've noticed that the honey was darker, or whatever the glaze is darker. Okay, so this is the first one that we've actually got wrong. And I haven't been asking this question, although you've picked the correct answers. What did you prefer? Did you actually prefer A to B?
I preferred B more than A.
You liked B better, but because of the different seeds and stuff in A, you thought that was the name brand.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I noticed that and thought perhaps. I think that because my taste tester doesn't actually get these for school, or wouldn't be familiar with these. These are for my work lunches, and I do actually prefer A myself. So there we go. Even though it presented nicer on the plate when we're looking at it like that, I do think that B looked nicer. But that doesn't really matter too much in a lunchbox, does it, when it's wrapped? Okay, the syrup. This one I'm surprised about. I thought they looked identical in the bottles, and then when they're like this in the spoons, one is clearly a different colour to the other. While we're taste testing, Take you over here where she can't see and show you answer to the syrup. Okay.
I think B is the name brand and A is the Coles brand because B is a lot more thicker and it's got a different like color, and A's got like more of a bitterness.
Wow, okay. That is exactly right, except that it is a Woolworths name brand and not a Coles name brand on this occasion. But that is correct. You know, I would have thought that perhaps that darker colour would have made you think that it was more concentrate, that it was, you know, a better quality, and that you would have guessed A was the name brand. But you're absolutely correct there. And so you thought there was a difference in the taste.
Yeah.
Okay. Super interesting, because this is one of my favourite products, and I know that there is a price difference, and I did think that if Woolworths was successful, this would be a bit of a saving to us, but that's interesting. Maybe not. We might stick with the CSR. Again, if it was in cooking and stuff like that, maybe we wouldn't notice so much. All right, the iced teas. And they have got an A or a B sticky tape to the bottom of them. So that's how I know which is which. Okay, take you over here again to the tea. Lipton's and Cold brand. Can you tell? Do you think you can tell which is which?
I think A is the knockoff version because actually no, I think it's the real version because it's got a lot more like tea flavour.
Okay.
And the other one's got a lot more like lemon flavour.
Oh, okay. So maybe if you preferred a lemon flavour, you would go for B. Do I have them in the right order, taste tester? Can you just have a look for me underneath the cups there? So that is A.
Yeah.
Okay, and this one is B. All right, so when those following along at home, A is the Lipton's brand and B is the Coles brand. I know the Coles is $1.95, and I do try to purchase the Lipton's when it is on sale. I think it might nearly be double the price as well. Which one did you prefer though?
I prefer the B.
Oh, you did prefer the more lemon taste rather than the Lipton's, which was a very tea kind of taste. All right, okay, there we go. That's interesting. And our lucky last item is these pineapple pieces. Golden Circle is one, and it's a Coles name brand or their brand pineapple. You know, I'm thinking one might be a lot more sour than the other. That's going to be interesting. That's kind of what I think of, you know, when you think of a good quality pineapple and a lesser quality pineapple. As far as like the colouring, very, very similar. The pieces, how they're cut, are very, very similar. I'll come over here and show you. Okay. Back. See whether we've got a clear winner yet.
I think B is
Okay, sorry, my battery went flat. So back to the pineapple pieces. We thought B was the store brand one and A was a name brand one. Now you were saying because you felt like B was sweeter, which kind of you're thinking that the cheaper brands sort of put sugar in as a filler or something, are you?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. What about the texture? Is one mushy and one's not mushy, or?
These ones are a lot softer and these ones are harder.
Okay. So again, you thought A was the name brand?
Yes.
Okay, which one did you prefer? Which one would you eat if you had a choice?
Probably B.
Okay, all right. Well, again, I think that is exactly right. A is the golden circle and B is the Coles brand. Okay, A and B cheese singles. So we can see a little bit of a difference in the colour. I don't think there was much difference in the actual texture or anything when I was getting them out and putting them on the plate. Wrapped identical. There's a bit of a shadow on that one. There's no discoloration or anything. Going in for another taste to be absolutely sure. Anything with the texture or anything noticeable? No. How are you going to tell the difference between these two?
I'm going to try and guess because I can't really taste the difference.
Interesting.
But I'm going to say A is the name brand because it's a bit darker to the B.
Okay, so only because of colouring. If we were not concerned about the colour, if it was just based on the taste, you couldn't notice a difference. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay, well that's interesting because a big difference, of course, in the price of cheeses and especially the Kraft singles. My kids love to microwave the Kraft singles until they're crispy. So that would really be a test to see how these ones go with that and whether they come out exactly the same out of the microwave. All right. Okay, that's all our items. 7 of them that we did for you. I have to say I'm a little bit surprised. I think that I had been fooling myself and telling myself that I could purchase the cheaper brands and nobody would know the difference or we wouldn't be able to tell the difference. And how much difference these do make, for example, if they're in cooking, if they're with a dip, even the milk with cereal or in tea or coffee, how much all of that really matters is going to be up to you guys and your family, I guess. I have taken a sip of the iced tea and look, I really can tell a difference there, and I'm a little bit sad. I think I'm going to have to keep purchasing the Liptons there. I much do prefer that. And the Pringles I've also tasted, and for whatever reason I think that it is the flavouring. I do just want to keep eating A. There's nothing wrong with B, but I just find myself wanting to keep picking up the A. So I guess that's something in them, some sort of flavouring. And the crackers, they are just different crackers. How we would have went if I had Jats instead of Ritz, that would be interesting as well. But okay, let me know guys what you think and if any of these are your favourite products, and maybe this has helped you when you're shopping. You might decide to get or not get a particular brand. From my home to yours, thank you so much, and if you do like these type of videos, please subscribe and like my videos. It really does help me and I appreciate it.